Hi there, welcome to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. If you're new here, thank you for clicking on this video. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. Today I'll be making chicken stir fry and rice, and this is a very versatile recipe. It goes for breakfast, lunch and dinner, and it's very easy to make. So first of all, I'm starting by dicing my tomatoes. I'm sure someone will be wondering, like, why is she using tomatoes, but later on in the video I would give you my reason why, and it makes a very good addition to your stir fry. Next up, my carrots. I'm just dicing it. You could dice yours however you want. You don't have to necessarily do it like mine. The most important thing is that carrot is a part of the recipe. Now that we are almost done with the carrots, next up is our green pepper. So see how I'm cutting it. I'm like pressing it down so I could get the shape properly. So yeah, this is how I'm cutting my green pepper. Very important for this recipe. Don't skip it. It adds flavor to your stir fry. Now that green pepper is ready, it's time for our onions, and I'm just dicing it normally, the round shaped kind of onions, the ring shaped onions, and I'm putting in a lot of onions because onions just makes everything look nicer and taste better. I'm sure people who don't like onions will beg to differ, but yeah, if you don't like it, you can simply opt out, but I suggest you put it in your stir fry. So I've brought out my peppers, my red peppers from the freezer. I usually store my red peppers and my tomatoes in the freezer. Because of the country I live in, things perish easily, and to preserve them I just wash them and store them in the freezer and bring them out whenever I need them. So they're a bit difficult to cut, but they do the job anyway. So I've brought them out and I'm dicing them now, the same shape as the green pepper, and then the smaller ones I'm dicing them in the ring kind of shape. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So we're almost done now with our cutting. Next up is chicken. I got this chicken. It's actually leftover from chicken roast I did a few weeks ago. I just stored it in the freezer and forgot about it. So here's the thing: you could use chicken breast, you could use diced chicken, you could use shredded chicken, anything, you know, just make sure it's chicken. and it suffices, you know. So it doesn't have to be like leftover of chicken roast, just whatever type of chicken you have at home. Just prepare it. You could dice it into small pieces or large chunks. It's up to you really. So but this is how I prefer mine, not too tiny and then not too big, just chewable if that makes sense. Okay, so here are all our vegetables and chicken. There's chicken, there's red pepper, green pepper, carrots, onions, tomatoes, and green peas. Everything is ready, and we're going to start stir frying in a bit. Here I have my rice, a cup of basmati rice, and I'll just cook that to pair with the stir fry. So next up, I put half a cup of oil, about half a cup of oil on the fire, and then first of all I put in my tomatoes. So I said I was going to say why I'm using tomatoes. I'm using tomatoes because I need a little bit of like thickness in my stir fry. So I don't want to make it gravy or like curry or all of that, and I don't want to use a thickener. I just want to leave it as vegetables, and that's why I'm using tomatoes. And I know that it's kind of like I want to give it that saucy feel, but not actual sauce, and that's why I'm using tomatoes. However, tomatoes gives me like heartburn, and in order to tackle that, I'm using sugar. That's about a teaspoon or half a teaspoon of sugar, and I'm putting that in my tomatoes just so that I don't have heartburn. Yeah, so that's the reason why. I hope you understand why now. I'll let that simmer for a bit, and I'll add my bouillon cubes in the tomato and oil mix. That's about 2 bouillon cubes. You may use something else if you don't like bouillon cubes. Next up, my seasoning there. I have yellow pepper, garlic, ginger, mixed spices and salt, keeping it simple, nothing extra. Putting that in the oil and tomato, so you can see the kind of like thick consistency it's given, and that's what I was looking for. Next up, the red peppers and then chicken. I'm just put all of that in, let it simmer. I'm starting with the ingredients that are kind of cold, very cold, like the ones I brought out from the freezer, but there's no preferred order for this. You could do this however you want. But these ones, I brought them out of the freezer, and that's why I'm putting them first so that the fire can tackle them very well. Next up, my green peas. I brought that out of the freezer as well, so I'm just letting them all melt and get cool and all of that. Afterwards, when I'm satisfied, I add my carrots, allow it to simmer a bit, just keep on stirring and stirring and allowing it to simmer. After the carrots, I add the green pepper, put it in there and then mix it together and let it simmer as well. Afterwards, I add my onions, all the rings of onions, and put them all in and mix together. See, it's looking so pretty already. It's looking so good. So I added a little bit of water just so that everything can simmer together, and it was a bit dry, but I didn't want it dry, so yeah, that's why it's looking a little bit watery, and that's it really. I let it to stay on the fire for about 3 more minutes, and then our stir fry is ready. Our chicken stir fry and rice is finally ready, and it looks so good. It tasted so good. The aroma of this meal filled the house. This is a straightforward and easy recipe, and if you ever try it, let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in my next video.